Hello, this is Nick Gillum from A Branded You blog at abrandedyou.com. And I wanted to make a video today to show you how to use HootSuite. I had recently done a blog post about the software. It's actually a website. And I wanted to delve a little bit deeper into it before moving on. I really think it's a great tool that a lot of people aren't using, and they should be. Especially if you're using Twitter.com, and you all know how I feel about Twitter.com. I want you to take a look at HootSuite. It's a much more powerful tool. It offers management of multiple accounts. It allows you to look at multiple networks such as LinkedIn and Facebook. And it also allows you to track statistics about links that you provide in your messages. So I wanted to go over just the basics of it, delve a little deeper into how to use it. So let's take a look at the main screen. So the screen is divided basically into three sections. There's the section up at the top where you're going to do your updates. In the middle, you're actually going to see everything. This is your view of all those who you're following. And then at the bottom, there's a launch button that has some advanced features that I'm going to show you. So let's start in the middle. And let's look at, first you'll notice that everything is divided into tabs. So I have 4 various Twitter accounts set up here. And then I also have a LinkedIn account. So you'll see that each one of those has its own tab up here at the top. The one downside of the software that I don't really care for is the fact that you can't tell which is which. So in the middle here is actually my LinkedIn account, and you can't really easily distinguish that from all of my other accounts, from my Twitter accounts. I guess the only way you can really tell is the fact that it has a space in it, and that's not allowed in a Twitter account name. So, but other than that minor little flaw, I think everything else works pretty well. So you'll notice that under the tabs, once you click on each one, you'll see various columns. And so there's some preset columns that you'll see. You'll get a home feed that's basically like the main feed in Twitter. That's where you'll see all of those who you're following. It'll also show you any updates that you put in. And then you also have some custom columns. So in this case, I have a column called that is a Twitter search for STL. So the city of St. Louis, it's a common tag that's used. You'll also see mentions. So this is where your account's been mentioned by others. And there's some other direct messages, pending tweets, which I'll talk about in a moment, and your sent tweets, any that you've sent yourself. So you can add columns very easily. There's 2 ways. You can either type in a search term here, and you'll actually get a little pop-up window. Let me do that real quick. So search for STL again. And so here that pops up all those results. And you can save that as a column, or you can click on Add Column, and you can pick from any of these tabs over here. You can do keyword tracking, you can pull from a social network, or you can do a search here. Or you can pull from Twitter lists as well. And then there's team columns, which allow you to utilize some of the team functionality of Twitter. So if you're in an office or another environment where multiple people want to be updating the same account, you definitely want to be using HootSuite, because you can actually coordinate those efforts via the team functionality. Okay, so that's the main functionality of the view in the middle here. Up here at the top is where you're going to place your updates. So you can type your message just like you would on Twitter.com or any of the other clients. So I'll just type this as a test. And there's some other advanced functionality here. You'll notice that you can post pictures. You can also upload any kind of files if you want to post a Word document or a PDF. And then there's some link functionality here. So this is the link shrinker. And HootSuite has built-in ability for 2 different link shrinkers, URL shrinkers. So it supports 2. One is Owly, and then the other one is Hootly, and you'll get a choice to pick between them. I really like Owly. It allows you to do tracking of the URLs. So you can see how many times they've been clicked. You can see some demographic information like where they were clicked from, and also what country they're coming from, so you can see if, mostly from the US or Canada or any other country. So you would just paste your URL here and click shrink it, and that would appear up at the top here. You also get some additional functionality for scheduling your tweets. So by default, it will send it now. You'll see it's the button says send now. But if you choose send later, you can pick any time in the future and you can schedule it. That's when it appears over here in this column for pending tweets. And so if you have an announcement you want to make tomorrow, or you have something that's time sensitive, that's definitely a way to do that without having to forget about it or having to remember. So you can also post to multiple social networks at once. So I can go ahead and choose to post it to my main personal account. I can also post it to my LinkedIn account or any of these others. So you can pick and choose which account you want to post it to. So that's the main functionality for doing posts. Down here at the bottom, not so much really a separate section as it is just a menu option here. And there's a people option. And here's where you can see all of your followers and those who are following you. So if I click on that, I think what's great about this, if you look at someone that has my personal account and has some more followers, excuse me, you'll notice that you can see a lot more accounts here, but without having to click on the more button or going to the next page. So you have a lot of accounts, really nice condensed view. You can see how many followers they have, lots of other information here. Get some advanced functionality. You can follow them, unfollow them, block them, report them, or add them to a list. And then you get next buttons so you can move back and forth. That's great functionality. There's also statistics, as I mentioned, from Owly. And so this is where you can see that. So this is my A Branded You account, and let me look at it over 30 days. And you can see where I posted some links, and a few people clicked on them. So on this one day, I had 7 clicks. I had, I think, 4 clicks on this day. And so you can just kind of see trends. You can also show some additional statistical information here. So you can see that the majority of the clicks are coming from the US and what sites they were on. So 2 people were on HootSuite. Some came from Facebook, some came from Twitter.com, and you know how I feel about that, so I won't continue. And a couple came from direct clicks. So those might be people that are using Tweety, or they might be using some other client. And then you can also see a breakdown of the most popular posts. You can see which how they broke down, and you can actually visit those if you need a reminder of what those were for. And then the final option under the launch button here is assignments. So that's where you can actually assign tasks to other people in your team. So I haven't had a chance to use that feature, so you can test that out on your own if you'd like, if you have a team that's managing a single Twitter account. So you can use HootSuite for Twitter, Facebook, and for LinkedIn. So I hope this is a great overview. I hope that if you're still using Twitter.com, you consider this as an alternative. It's web-based, so no install there, and it's a great alternative. So I think it's actually a great alternative to even some of the best software that's out there. So check it out. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at nickgillum@gmail.com, or you can go to upbrandedyou.com. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.